Hey coin collectors and enthusiasts, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into a fascinating topic, the 2003 Jefferson nickel with a P mint mark. You might be wondering, is this coin worth anything? Should I hold on to it? And, can it grow in value over time? Well, stay tuned because I'm going to answer all these questions and more. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video if you enjoy coin collecting content. The Jefferson nickel, first minted in 1938, is one of the most well-known coins in the United States. This 5-cent coin features President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. The coin's design has remained relatively consistent, but there have been some updates over the years, including the introduction of new mint marks and different compositions. In 2003, the US Mint produced the Jefferson nickel at multiple locations. The P mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, which is where this particular coin was made. The mint mark is significant because it tells us where the coin was produced. While most collectors focus on rare years or special mint marks, every coin has its own history. To understand why the 2003 Jefferson nickel was created, it's important to look at the context of the year. The US government issued this coin as part of a regular circulation of nickels, keeping the same Jefferson design that had been in use since the 1930s. 2003 also marked the year of the 200th anniversary of Jefferson's birth, which meant there was an increased focus on his legacy during this period. Now, let's talk about value. As of today, a standard 2003 Jefferson nickel with a P mint mark is not considered rare. In average circulated condition, it's worth just 5 cents, its face value. However, if you find one in mint or uncirculated condition, it may fetch a higher price. A 2003 nickel in mint state, like MS-65, could be worth around $50 to $1,367, but, in general, it's not a coin that's going to make you rich overnight. So, will the 2003 Jefferson nickel increase in value in the future? In the short term, it's unlikely to rise dramatically. However, as more time passes, there could be a small increase in demand from collectors who are seeking to complete specific year sets. Coins like this may gain value over decades, but don't expect a huge profit anytime soon. If you're a serious collector or you love collecting modern coins, holding onto a 2003 Jefferson nickel could be worthwhile, but only if it's in pristine condition. For casual collectors, this coin might not be at the top of your list, but it's always nice to have a variety of years and mint marks in your collection. To sum up, the 2003 P Jefferson nickel is unlikely to reach more than a few dollars in the long run, even in perfect condition. It's a good coin to have for completing sets, but don't expect it to be a high value investment in the immediate future. As with any coin, its value will depend on the market, and it's always a good idea to keep an eye on trends. In 50 to 100 years, it might be worth more, but for now, it's not considered highly valuable. Next up, 2002 Jefferson nickel with a P mint mark. You might have one in your collection and be wondering, is it worth anything? Should I keep it? Or is it just another nickel? Stay tuned to find out all you need to know about this coin. The Jefferson nickel, first introduced in 1938, has become one of the most recognized coins in the US. The coin's design features President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, Jefferson's home, on the reverse. This coin has been in circulation for over 80 years, with minor changes made throughout its history. While the 2002 version doesn't feature any major design changes, it still holds some significance. Now, let's talk about the mint marks. The P mint mark on your 2002 Jefferson nickel indicates that it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. This mint mark is important because it helps collectors identify where the coin was made. While the Philadelphia Mint is known for producing large numbers of coins, not every coin minted there is worth the same. Let's break down the significance of this coin in more detail. The 2002 Jefferson nickel was part of the ongoing US minting process, designed to honor President Thomas Jefferson. At this time, the coin was part of regular circulation, and it was minted alongside other nickels in large quantities. There was no special anniversary or event tied directly to the 2002 release of this coin, so its creation is largely tied to the need for circulating currency. Let's get into the heart of the matter, the value of the 2002 Jefferson nickel with a P mint mark. At first glance, this nickel doesn't seem like it would be worth much. In average circulated condition, this coin is. Worth just 5 cents, its face value. However, if you find one in mint condition, let's say MS65 or higher, it could be worth a little more, anywhere from 50 cents to $1,367, but even in perfect condition, don't expect it to be a high-value collector's item. So, can the 2002 Jefferson nickel increase in value over time? It's unlikely that we'll see a dramatic spike in its worth, at least not anytime soon. However, like many coins, it could become slightly more valuable as time passes and as fewer of these coins remain in circulation. As we approach the 100-year mark for the Jefferson nickel design, collectors may start to appreciate these more common coins, but they're not going to fetch a large sum unless something special happens, like a minting error or significant historical relevance. So, should you collect the 2002 Jefferson nickel with the P mint mark? If you're a beginner collector or a fan of Jefferson nickels, this coin can definitely be part of your collection. It's a great way to learn about the minting process and the different types of US coins. However, for those hoping to make a substantial profit from this particular nickel, it might not be the best option. But if you're just starting your collection or trying to fill in a set, this coin is definitely worth holding on to. So, what is the maximum value the 2002 P Jefferson nickel can reach? Realistically, unless the coin is in perfect uncirculated condition or there's some kind of unique minting error, it's unlikely to surpass $1. However, over the course of 50, 75, or 100 years, its value could grow slightly as a historical artifact of the early 21st century. The value will depend largely on market demand and the scarcity of the coin in the future, but for now, it's just not a high-value piece. Next up, 1990 Jefferson nickel with a P mint mark. You may have one of these coins in your collection or found it in circulation, and now you're wondering, is it worth anything? Should I hold on to it or sell it? Let's find out together. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like the video if you enjoy learning about coins. The Jefferson nickel, first introduced in 1938, has remained one of the most iconic coins in US history. The obverse of the coin features President Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse shows Monticello, his famous home. The coin was designed by Felix Schlag, and it has been in circulation in one form or another for decades. The 1990 version falls under the regular series, and it was minted alongside many others for circulation. But let's dig deeper into the specifics of this particular coin. In 1990, the US Mint produced Jefferson nickels at 3 different facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The P mint mark on your 1990 Jefferson nickel indicates that it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which is one of the oldest minting facilities in the country. While the P mint mark is common, it does tell us where the coin was made, and it's important for collectors who are looking for mint-specific varieties in their collections. To understand why the 1990 Jefferson nickel was created, we need to look at the context of its release. By 1990, the US Mint had been producing these 5-cent coins for over 50 years. The Jefferson nickel was a part of regular circulation, ensuring that the US economy had enough coins to meet the needs of a growing population. 1990 itself wasn't a major anniversary year for the Jefferson nickel, but it did continue the tradition of using Jefferson's image and Monticello on the reverse. Let's talk value. So, what is the 1990 Jefferson nickel worth today? In average circulated condition, it's worth only 5 cents, which is its face value. But if you have a well-preserved coin in uncirculated or mint condition, its value can increase. Coins in mint state, like MS65 or higher, could be worth anywhere from 25 cents to 50 cents, and if it's in a higher grade like MS67, it could be worth $1,468 or more. However, even in great condition, it's not considered a high-value coin compared to rarer types. Now, let's talk about the future. Can the 1990 Jefferson nickel increase in value over time? For a coin like this, it's possible that its value may rise a little as the years go by, especially as it becomes more scarce in circulation. However, since this coin was minted in large numbers, it's unlikely to experience a dramatic increase in value like other rare coins or limited editions. That said, as the 100th anniversary of the coin's design approaches, some collectors might start to see this as a more collectible item. But for now, it's not a coin that will give you a huge return. So, should you collect the 1990 Jefferson nickel? If you're a beginner collector or you're building a set of Jefferson nickels, this coin is definitely worth keeping. It's a nice addition to any collection, and it helps complete the series. However, if you're hoping for this coin to become a high-value item, it might not be the best choice. Still, it's always great to have a variety of coins from different years, especially as they help tell the story of US currency over time. So, what is the maximum value of the 1990p Jefferson nickel? Realistically, this coin will not surpass $1, even in perfect condition. However, over several decades, it could gain a little more value as fewer of them remain in circulation. Coins like this one tend to become more valuable as they age, but we're not talking about a major increase unless there's something special about it, such as a minting error. If you hold on to it for a long time, say 50 to 100 years, its value might slowly increase, but it's not something you should expect a huge profit from in the near future. Next up, 1993 Jefferson nickel with a P mint mark. Is it worth holding on to? Should you collect it? Or is it just another nickel? Keep watching to find out all the details, and don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy learning about coins. First, let's get to know the Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel has been part of US coinage since 1938, and it's one of the most recognized coins in the US. The design features Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse side. The reverse features Monticello, Jefferson's iconic home in Virginia. This coin has remained relatively unchanged for decades, and the 1993 version follows the classic design that collectors love. Now, what about the mint mark? The P mint mark on your 1993 Jefferson nickel tells us that it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. The Philadelphia Mint is one of the oldest and most well-known minting facilities in the country. The P mint mark is particularly important for collectors, as it helps differentiate coins produced at different US minting facilities. While the P mint mark is common for many coins, it's still a key detail when you're collecting. Let's now look at why the 1993 Jefferson nickel was created. In 1993, the US Mint was continuing its regular production of circulating coins. There was no special anniversary or commemoration tied to the Jefferson nickel that year, but it was still a crucial part of the US coinage system. The 1993 coin was minted to fulfill the country's need for nickel-sized coins and to maintain a steady circulation of currency. So, is the 1993 Jefferson nickel valuable? If you look at the coin in average circulated condition, the value is just 5 cents, its face value. That's right. In regular use, this coin is not worth more than what it was originally minted for. However, if you have a coin in uncirculated or mint condition, such as MS-65 or higher, the value can go up. You might see this coin worth anywhere from 25 cents to $1,367, depending on the quality of the coin. Higher grade coins can fetch slightly more, but it's still not a high-value coin compared to rare editions. Now, can the 1993 Jefferson nickel appreciate in value over time? While the coin was minted in large quantities, it's possible that its value could slowly rise as time goes on. This is often the case with coins as they become more scarce in circulation. However, don't expect a huge jump. Given that the US Mint produced over 500 million Jefferson nickels in 1993, it's unlikely that this specific coin will ever become particularly rare. But in 50 or 75 years, as fewer of them remain in circulation, its value could increase slightly. So, should you collect the 1993 Jefferson nickel? If you're building a collection of Jefferson nickels, or you enjoy having a complete set of US coins, this nickel is definitely worth holding on to. It's not likely to be a high-value coin in the short term, but it can be an important part of your collection. For serious collectors, it's also a good coin to have if you're focused on the different mint marks and variations of US coins. If you're just getting into coin collecting, this is a great coin to start with. So, what's the maximum value the 1993 P Jefferson nickel could reach? Realistically, even in the best condition, it's not likely to exceed $1. Over time, the coin might see a slight increase in value, but it's not expected to appreciate significantly unless something unusual happens, such as a rare error or other market factors. In the long run, the 1993 nickel will likely remain a moderately valued coin. If you plan to hold on to it for decades, you might see it become slightly more valuable, but this coin won't be the one that makes you a fortune. Next up, 1999 Jefferson nickel with a P mint mark. Is it just another nickel, or does it hold hidden value? Stick around as we dive into its history, current worth, and whether this coin could be a great addition to your collection. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more coin tips and insights. The Jefferson nickel has been part of US coinage since 1938, and it's one of the most iconic coins in American history. The obverse features Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, and the reverse shows his home, Monticello, a symbol of his legacy. The 1999 Jefferson nickel follows this classic design, with minor variations seen over the years. It's a coin that's been minted millions of times, but let's dig into the details of the 1999 version and see if it has any special significance. The P mint mark on the 1999 Jefferson nickel indicates that this coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. The Philadelphia Mint, known as the original mint of the US, has been in operation since 1792. Coins with the P mint mark are often common, but they still hold value for collectors who want to complete their sets of coins from different mints. Though the P mint mark is not particularly rare, it's still an important detail for collectors focusing on mint marks and coin variations. So, why was the 1999 Jefferson nickel created? By 1999, the US Mint was already well into the process of producing billions of coins each year to meet the demands of a growing economy. The 1999 Jefferson nickel was part of the ongoing effort to supply circulating currency, and, although there wasn't any special commemoration for the coin that year, it still played a vital role in everyday transactions. The 1999 nickel falls under the regular series, continuing the tradition of Jefferson's design that has been beloved by collectors for decades. Now, let's talk about the value of the 1999 Jefferson nickel. If you have a coin that's in average circulated condition, it's worth just 5 cents. That's its face value. However, if your coin is in uncirculated or mint condition, like MS65 or higher, the value starts to rise. In those cases, a 1999 Jefferson nickel could be worth around 25 to 50 cents. If you happen to have a coin graded higher, like MS67 or even MS68, its value could be a little higher, but overall, it's still not a coin that will make you rich. Will the 1999 Jefferson nickel increase in value over time? It's possible, but don't expect a huge jump. This particular nickel was minted in large numbers, and coins minted in high quantities tend to hold their face value for many years. As fewer of them remain in circulation, its value might increase slightly. However, the 1999 nickel is not expected to become a high-value coin unless something unique occurs, like a minting error or some other unusual factor. So, while you might see a slight increase in value over the next several decades, don't expect this coin to break the bank. So, should you collect the 1999 Jefferson nickel? If you're a dedicated coin collector, or you're just starting out, this coin is certainly worth keeping. It's part of the regular US coin series, so it helps fill out a complete set of Jefferson nickels. If you're looking for coins with higher potential for value, the 1999 nickel might not be the best choice. But if you want to enjoy the hobby and have a well-rounded collection, this coin is a solid pick. What is the maximum value the 1999 P. Jefferson nickel could achieve? Realistically, even in perfect condition, it's unlikely to exceed $1. While it may appreciate slightly in value over the years, this coin won't likely see a massive spike in worth. Coins minted in such large numbers typically experience a gradual increase in value as they age, but they won't become valuable overnight. If you're holding on to this coin for the long term, you could see a modest rise in value in 50 or 100 years, but it's not going to be a high-return investment. If you're looking for a quick profit, this is probably not the coin for that. So, there you have it. The 1999 Jefferson nickel with the P mint mark is an interesting coin, but it's not likely to bring in huge profits. If you're building a collection of US coins, or you're focusing on Jefferson nickels, it's definitely worth keeping, but don't expect this coin to skyrocket in value anytime soon. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin collection tips. Happy collecting, and we'll see you in the next video.